So continuing the theme, about how they get away with it, the mental health method, they can basically make their victim appear to be crazy, appear to be anything that they want, depending on what they've said about them. And I didn't know at that time that they had told people that I had anger management issues. It's a complete lie. I've never been diagnosed with that in my life, but they told people. And then, now looking back, you see, I realized that this is what they were doing. I recognized that there were times when they were making me aggressive, okay? And now I believe that those times were strategic. I think they were times when maybe certain people were there to witness it. Maybe certain people that would have otherwise helped me. Something like that, okay? I mean, they know everything. They've got control of everything, and it's the victim doesn't stand a chance. Really, that's how it is. They'll make up any lie about you and make it appear true. And in my case, my traffickers are connected to a mental health service in the UK. And in fact, my family doctor kind of saved, excuse me, I think I just dropped the phone a bit. My family doctor actually kind of saved me from them because, see, I had no clue that all this was going on and that this was their intention, but they were trying to have me institutionalized, actually, is what. And you see, here's the thing: they're already trafficking me. If they get me institutionalized, then it's all. Then it becomes legit. You see. That's that, and they've got away with it. However, they did, in Texas, they did arrest me illegally and basically kidnapped me and took me to a mental health facility where they gave me a fake diagnosis. And this was in Galveston, Texas, okay? And they did all kinds of things to me. They even stole my keys from like my vehicle keys, my truck keys from the evidence bag. They did things like that. This is just completely corrupt, illegal. It's so shocking to me that this. I still find it shocking, okay? But anyway, they arrested me and took me to a mental health facility where they gave me a false diagnosis. Now, before that, in another part of Texas, a place called Live Oak, the police there had tried to do the same twice. They'd illegally arrested me and got the local mental health, local hospital to send their mental health EMS, Now, this happened twice, and both times the nurses basically gave me the all clear, all right? The second time, the nurses were very nice, and they realized what was going on. I told them. And, they said to me, what they're doing to you is called gaslighting. I hadn't understood that word before, really. They taught it to me, the nurses did. But anyway, back in the UK, before I even came to America, my family doctor actually saved me from these people because they were trying to, have me institutionalized, and he put a stop to it, and he actually wrote a letter clarifying that I do not have any serious mental health issues, and I brought that with me. So this is repeats. They've been doing this repeatedly, these people, because that's their main thing. They want to have me institutionalized. And look what they've done now. I mean, they've imprisoned me in my home. I haven't had access to fresh food since February 2024. I actually think I have malnutrition. The only way I've been able to get food is via Amazon, and Amazon Fresh doesn't deliver here. So, everything's out of boxes. I've tried to grow stuff, but anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But look what they've done to me. I'm being tortured literally every day, online and by these neighbors. If I go out to my garden, the female gangstalker will come out after. And, this is illegal surveillance, harassment, and torture. Because, so the psychological torture they do is called exploitation of phobias. But I'm going to say something. Also, this repeated illegal surveillance all the time, that is torture too, okay? And the way that I'm being consistently treated like a criminal, that is torture too. And being totally isolated and ostracized, that is torture too. So this is what I'm trying to say. Even if I wasn't crazy to start with, they're certainly doing everything to make sure that I end up that way, okay? And it's evil beyond description. And this has to stop. There may be people listening to this thinking, oh, that would never happen to me because my family wouldn't allow it, my friends wouldn't allow it. Let me tell you something. They turn everybody against you. Do you really think that I was such an unpopular person and such a miserable person that, everyone was just happy to get rid of me? No, they had to work on them. They infiltrated, They did this over time, and they did it very, very strategically, okay? They started off by sowing the seeds of doubt, and on top of it, of course, they're mind controlling me to fit with whatever they're saying about me. And what are they saying about me? So I found out that they told my son that I was a narcissist, okay? And they told him, for example, that, I don't know the exact words, but we've all seen those videos on TikTok, haven't we? We've all seen them. The only way to deal with a narcissist is to cut them off completely. Yeah? Okay, so that kind of thing is what they convinced him. So he literally stopped talking to me. I can't remember how long it was. But it was literally like somebody shot me in the... I know I don't need to describe this. Any of you who are mothers know what I'm talking about. It's just the most horrific thing you can think of. And it was so awful and so torturous to me that it broke the bond. It literally broke the bond. And now when I think about it, I think that's actually what they wanted. That is actually what they wanted. These people are satanic, okay? I think it was earlier today I was telling the story about my chickens. Listen, first I've got to say this. The reason I got chickens in the first place is that they had stopped me from being able to get food, just like they've done now. So what I did was I ordered some eggs to hatch. I'm not going to go into that now. But what I'm saying is they repeat. They literally do. It's the same playbook, okay, over and over again. They are an organized network, organized crime network. That's what they are. And they actually do have a training manual. Now, that has actually been published by a targeted individual. I'm going to have to get the details afterwards, but a lot of these tactics are actually written in this manual. They cannot deny it, you know. But my chickens, they were killing them. And they started on Halloween. And then the next one, I remember looking it up, and it was, I don't know, the winter solstice or something. They're Satanists, all right? This is absolutely pure evil. If anyone is still believing that I'm somehow the bad guy, you know, that's not the truth. I'm completely a victim, and So going back to the mental health thing, they can literally make you look crazy in any way that they decide that they're going to, and make you look any way that they decide, you know. And look what they're doing to me now. I mean, what's going to happen? I don't have, you know, I do have food now because I ordered quite a lot. But what will happen when it runs out? They are not allowing me to receive money. Okay. And on top of that, it's the torture, you know. It's unbearable. This is not a situation anyone can endure. And here's the thing. This is another thing about these. I've spoken about this before. They're trying to normalize torture and victim blaming, okay? And they've done it in a very sneaky way over time, you know, to get people to accept these concepts. They've used words like resilience.